Okay.
Low energy beginning.
Oh, we haven't started yet.
Oh.
We're not even officially in yet. Welcome to the Danny Masterson experience.
Oh, God.
Danny Masterson's on trial.
So the jury really doesn't like him.
They don't like him.
Well.
So I hung out with Danny Masterson several years ago for a whole night. I watched his band play with my good friend.
He has a
my
band?
best friend. He had a band.
Well, I assume the band's over.
Listen.
Do band meeting.
I feel conflicted about this. Did you guys talk about this on Hate Watch at all?
Yeah, dude.
About me hanging out with him or just about the trial?
About you hanging out with him too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Devin's
what did he
breaking
say?
your own stories.
God
he
damn
said
it.
you said he said you said he was
Can
a polite
anything be
man.
mine? Huh?
He said you said he says he's a polite man.
That was his he's I guess he's not according to the law. You know, I'm not trying to like make light of the situation. Okay. I know it's like very, but it's like, you know, eventually we get desensitized to earthquakes killing thousands of people. If we're going to get desensitized to large swaths of people dying, then we're going to get a little desensitized to like Me Too rape trials 8 years after Me Too, you know's inception. So, or however long, what is it? 2017?
Was the Me Too? It was
2017 got kicked off with that article with WAPO and Louis C.K. if I'm not mistaken.
Was that started by the mattress girl?
The mattress girl.
Remember a girl carrying her mattress she got raped on around her college campus?
What? You know what? This? I don't know. But
never mind.
But it started roughly around 2017, which is I think when Danny Masterson got his very first allegation, I believe. But the accusation was, I think, claimed to be 2002 to 2003, maybe. I don't know.
That's a crazy long time ago. That's
20 years ago.
That's before the troop surge.
It's literally 20 years ago. So, you know, and here's the other thing. I probably will get like flack for my. It's so funny. Everything has actually become so like 360'd, right? So it was a 180 initially. Normally, I would be lauded for being like the only girl that's like, no, maybe he didn't do it, right?
I sense me about to challenge you on your beliefs.
Now, all the people that are like, you know, the people that would be like, yeah, good for her for saying that like there should be evidence in trials like this or cases like this. And then maybe there should be a statute of limitations on certain crimes, as there is for a lot of. I mean, that's a normal precedent. So for it to be, I guess, and I'm not like some legal expert, but it doesn't really seem to be consistent that. And I'm not saying one way or the other whether or not Danny is guilty of this. I will talk about my experience hanging out with him in a moment. But as far as like evidence goes in rape trials, things like this, there doesn't seem to be much emphasis on that. It seems like testimony alone is enough to lock somebody up. Again, I don't know because I haven't looked that deeply at all this, but I tried really hard to find evidence and it was really difficult for me to find like a specific thing, just kind of browsing through the internet that they were able to find.
Prosecute.
Of course, and 20 years after the fact, I imagine there's going to be some difficulty in gathering.
It's going to be a lot of hearsay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Kangaroo court.
A lot of he said.
A lot of
she said.
Objection.
A lot of they said.
Overruled.
Overruled. Yeah, I love the objections.
Yeah. Your
so
Honor.
Fun. So
I'm gonna
fun.
start calling you Your Honor.
Yeah, Your Honor.
May I speak, Your Honor?
Where's the habeas corpus, please?
Habeas corpus.
Can we please get it together, folks?
Ad hominem.
Ad hominem.
I think that's a debate thing. I don't think that's a court thing.
Yeah, I don't know that it is. It's just Latin, you know, it's just Latin. Legalese.
Etuie.
That's what
Latin sounds like to me. It's always like, I think that's pig Latin.
You've been bringing pig Latin into this serious rape case.
I'm bringing real fire onto this podcast early on.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of contention about, you know, Ashton and Mila. Okay. But he was performing with his band that also had Michael Pena and Jason Lee in it, I believe.
Michael Pena,
also prominent Scientologist.
Like.
Huh?
Michael Pena is a Scientologist?
Yeah.
Wait, the guy that was in Fury?
By the way,
End of Watch?
Yeah, and in The Martian, and in, what else was he in? He's in a lot of shit.
He's like the best.
So he was there. So he was with us.
Kiki.
Yeah, we watched them perform. I mean, this was in Denton, Texas. What
was the band? Was it like rock?
It's called Amanda.
Dude, let's see the band.
Put all up YouTube. Me. She sent me the name because we went to this together. So I mean, I drove Danny Masterson home from the show. I took him back to his hotel. We had dinner.
He's Danny. Why does he need you to drive him home?
He's not living in Texas, so we
Get
were
a goddamn. I'm questioning all men. I'm tired of this.
I offered.
I'm tired.
And
of
he
this.
happily, and he was so gracious.
I bet he was real
so
gracious. I bet he was real fucking
John,
gracious.
I know it's. Listen, I would love to say, oh, you know, here's the other thing.
What do you think
can
that
I just
was
say
about?
this? Can I just say this? My friend and I, you know, for what it's worth.
What's your friend look like? Pull her up.
Hot, by the way, hot,
yeah,
very
I bet.
hot. Come on now, you my friend, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
and
okay.
so listen, please. So you know, and she turned down like invitations to go to like Ashton and Mila's house, to go to like Yom Kippur dinner with her family, which
she's a Jew?
Doing? But she did
Mila's
that.
a Jew?
No, my best friend is a Jew.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
shocking,
I was like,
right?
I know Ashton's not a Jew. I was like,
no, my best friend is a Jew, and she didn't go to Ashton and Mila's house. So Danny Masterson raped me. I'm kidding. He did not. I'm joking. He was so kind and gracious to me. It was actually, when I found out that he was being accused of anything, I was so shocked and surprised.
I'm about to get so sexist right now, but continue.
What is that? What? Why?
Everybody described Ted Bundy as the most polite
shut up, John. No, not the ones that no.
Hitler was a real
cool
guy.
Here's the thing. If he's really such a big rapist, okay.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just,
not for nothing. Not for nothing, but it's like, you know, what's wrong with me?
Oh, you're doing this Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
No, I'm just wondering.
Why didn't I get molested?
I'm just wondering.
That's the best take you've ever had. Well, I'll give you two.
I mean, am I too ugly?
Here's the deal.
Okay.
You're a bit too ratchet.
What's wrong with me, huh?
You're a bit too ratchet. Okay, I think you could smell the pickles.
We can't use that word, John, anymore.
Ratchet?
Jesus.
What do you mean?
Talk about aging yourself.
You can smell the pickles on you.
I don't know what you're talking about, John.
You're out there. You probably had nails that were like this long.
Obviously, you know, you're never going to be attracted to me, but there are people out there that are.
I understand.
Believe it or not.
And I understand.
Believe it or not.
And it's like the idea that there's this.
I just want to know what's wrong with me. I'm kidding. Listen, Amanda says the same thing.
She's not. She's not kidding. She's not kidding. Let
me just read you our text the day that he got sentenced to 30 years, because they threw the fucking book at this guy.
Okay.
Regardless of if he did it, you know, we can litigate that and debate that in a moment.
Okay.
But you know, regardless of what you think, to get sentenced to 30 fucking years before you're even eligible for parole, that's fucking crazy, dude, for a crime that you committed 20 years prior.
He's gonna be in a chomo wing. It's gonna.
I mean, Bill Cosby's on the street, folks. Over a technicality, he got released, right?
Yeah, Bill Cosby's.
But bro,
way more relevant than Danny Masterson.
And so, we were gonna look up Michael Pena's credits, and I'm so fucking
Fury, Narcos Mexico, motherfucking. Fury was so good. Do your job.
We'll get into his thing in a minute. But okay, so she, so we were trying to like. Okay, I mean, my friend hung out with him probably like 5 times. She went to his house.
Yeah.
She got to see John Phillips's. Damn, I don't know what I just dropped. She got to see John because he's married to Bijou Phillips. Bijou Phillips is the daughter of John Phillips, who was the founding member of the Mamas and the Papas, right?
Oh, very
also
good.
Father to Mackenzie Phillips, and then there was a big thing over whether or not he raped Mackenzie. Mackenzie was the mom, and So Weird that we talked about. One of our early Patreon episodes, where we watched So Weird, we talked about Mackenzie Phillips's incestuous.
I remember this. I was like, why is this ringing a bell?
Or so she claims, relationship with her father that was later disputed by. Anyways, we could get in the Mamas and Papas all day, but very very established Hollywood family between the two marriages, because he's also, I think, a sibling of somebody from The Walking Dead, Alana Masterson. So, and then
what's she look like?
And he was born into Scientology, right? And so, what I think kind of happened with this case, because initially I think he was either acquitted in the first case, or the jury was like leaning towards acquittal, and then the prosecution said, let's bring in some new evidence into this trial, which was Scientology related, which wasn't initially admitted into the first trial. It was just kind of it became like it went from being an indictment on Danny Masterson as as an alleged rapist to an indictment of Scientology and the way it operates.
Well, fuck them.
Well, fuck Scientology, sure, but Scientology is not on trial here. Danny Masterson's on trial.
Put him away.
okay, I mean, listen, you're in the vast majority, and I'm not even saying that that's not what I believe. If he committed this crime, I think he should be put away for life. Like, let me make that very clear.
I'm sure he raped somebody.
I'm wondering if I should do a clickbaity title for this fucking YouTube pushes it.
It's gonna be called Rape Masterson.
No, I got to put his real full name in there. I can't even have a fun title. You got to draw the idiots.
Danny Masterson,
whom I love and respect if you're here.
Danny Masterson.
And stay.
Danny Masterson apostrophe. Great guy.
yeah. That'll do it. Yeah, YouTube will just be like, oh my God. The algorithms will just call me misogynistic.
Misogynist.
Yeah. So I says. So because she's not paying attention to this trial, and honestly, neither was I.
Use the search function and look up Masterson on your text, and look up what you remember her first saying to you.
I said, dude. This is Thursday. I was like, dude, Danny Masterson sentenced to 30 years in prison. She goes, dude, right? Why don't we say dude so much? She's like, dude, right? I want to watch the trial. She's like, I don't think he was an aggressive rapist. And again, like, if he was, why not me too? Like, she was, we were wondering.
You're both sick.
No, we're fucking, we're women and we have a sense of humor. And
yeah, but
why not us too?
There's a truth to that.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, but listen, if he did it, it's like, well, why was he so lovely to us?
Because you're not. Maybe he likes. I know.
He likes to rape his girlfriends.
You're a strong minority woman. Maybe he's like, she'll take a chunk out of my cheek if I try to rape her. She'll bite me. She'll ruin my face. I need a weak little girlfriend that I've groomed.
No, listen. I'm not saying I'm everyone's type. Okay, he's also a married man, right? He's married to. We don't know that.
Allegedly.
We don't know that.
Well, no, not allegedly anymore. He got charged. He's a filthy predator. The man's a filthy predator. So I guess this would
be the first time somebody got wrongfully convicted of something.
No, I know that.
And by the way, I saw a video from Law and Crime, which I love that fucking channel on YouTube. It's just such a great place.
We're talking about like it's our favorite bar. It's like so Law and Crime, great place.
It is kind of a place. I mean, for our generation, like the internet is a destination. It's not.
Dude, imagine if there's a Law and Crime zone, like they have ESPN zone at the Staples Center. And you go there and there's like 30 TVs playing Law and Crime, and you just have like fucking jalapeno poppers and
the
beer.
Simulation just everything starts showing, like all the lasers and the algorithms. And just like shows up.
Yeah, Emerald's next door. You can hop over there, get a steak.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, well, Law and Crime, they're doing great work over there. Okay, they're doing a lot of fun, salacious, but like honestly, really well thought out legal analysis. I dare to say. Dare I say it, they're doing fabulous work over at that YouTube channel. And they covered this trial, and they, here's the problem, I think. I think it was a problem that he didn't testify. And I think that's probably reflective of his legal team. He's a fucking professional actor. You're not going to have him defend himself over some shit like this.
They just let him stand on this.
And a guy as charming as him. A guy as likable as him. I know actually on TV, he actually seems far more like sleazy and like amphibian-like and salamander-esque than he does in person. Yeah. In person, he was very charming. And I was, I never watched that 70s show, so I didn't particularly give a shit about meeting him. I was more excited to meet Jason Earl, who was also there, and then I never met him.
Who's Jason Earl?
I like him because he's an Almost Famous. In fact, I would have been more excited to meet Bijou Phillips, Danny Masterson's wife, because she had a small part in Almost Famous, which was one of my favorite movies. So, and Jason Earl. Did I say Jason Earl? Jason Lee. Sorry.
Who's Jason Lee?
He's in My Name is Earl.
That guy. Yeah.
He's Earl. So he was there, but I didn't meet him. I did meet Michael Pena, who was...
Michael Pena kicks ass.
Yes.
Did you see Fury?
I did not.
That's the most dude rock movie of all time.
Michael Pena, also a prominent Scientologist.
Can't believe it. I didn't know Mexicans were Scientologists.
John.
Odd.
It's not
Is that not odd? It's a white guy thing.
All walks of life, all ethnicities, everyone's allowed in Scientology so long as you get the fucking money. Yeah. That's all they care about. They don't discriminate against anything other than, do you have the bag? Okay. And can we have it for our celebrity center? So yeah, he's been in so much shit. It's actually crazy. This guy's, it says Pena has been a member of Scientology since 2000. Listen, like, they're not idiots. They know that they can't act weird in front of you, Scientologists. Like, Tom Cruise is not going to be an insane person in an interview, except for the times that he has.
I'm sure I'd hang out with Tom.
Of course, Tom Cruise is like, you can't make that guy not likable. I mean, Scientology couldn't make him not likable.
There's honestly,
we still love him, and we won't admit it. He's like the bad ex-boyfriend, supposedly, that we keep going back to. But it's like, why do we give a shit what he participates in?
Yeah, and
obviously, I fucking hate Scientology. It's a fucking cult. I don't support any of that shit.
There's nothing.
But I judge people based off of how they interact with me in that moment and how they come across. And I have never had never had an inkling of malice that I felt from Tom Cruise that has ever come across in any interview. To the contrary, everybody seems to have a pretty fucking lovely experience. He has a childlike innocence.
He's
excited. An incredible badass and does his own stunts, and he seems to be really nice to everybody he works with and super supportive.
Unless you're not wearing a mask, and then he screams at you on set.
Does he do that?
Oh, did you not hear that video?
Oh, god damn it! There's always a problem.
Oh my god, it was the best video ever. He's talking about firing people.
COVID years, I'm like, can we just be exempt from being? Can people just? Nobody even knew what was going on.
There's nothing
I don't really begrudge
in the
anyone.
Scientology lore that's any more ridiculous than Nation of Islam lore.
What do you mean?
Like the Yakubian theories and stuff that like Louis Farrakhan subscribes to, and there's nothing that, if you really think of it, if you look at that lens, it's like, okay, why do we? So it's not really that crazy.
How far
Scientology was Xenu. Scientology was Xenu, all that crazy shit. L. Ron Hubbard book. The Nation of Islam has their own kind of
it's like fucking Star Trek brought to life or some shit.
Yeah, we don't look at the Nation of Islam the way we look at Scientology, and the only reason we look at Scientology with such a microscopic lens is because they're massively
prominent.
Rich.
They're prominent and they're famous. It's like, do you know how many cults there are? It's like Unicult wishes they could get that kind of coverage. But Scientology, whenever they got that tax exemption, because David Miscavige, who I think is like hiding his wife somewhere in some bunker, I don't know if she's resurfaced. Also, it's like, where's the investigation into that? If you want to have such a big indictment on Scientology, why don't we do a big investigations? Maybe like a missing persons case. Maybe they did figure it out. We're like, where the hell is she? And like, what's going on with her?
Oh, they're not going to.
Can we look into that?
They're not going to.
No, they're not. But that's okay. I don't really give a shit. Not my life, not my religion. I would never join some shit like this. It's fucking stupid and bunk. And I don't know why he did it, but he was born and raised into it. So I am less inclined to judge people that were raised in Scientology and born into it, because if they don't believe in it, they can no longer communicate with their family. Again, it's like a shitty ass cult, right? But like, how many shitty ass cults do we have that, like you very rightfully pointed out, do not get this kind of attention and coverage?
Yeah, Scientology is just very prominent, very wealthy. They have a lot of property.
Yeah, you have money, you feel good. They like audit you.
Due to the celebrity nature, there is a lot of gossip surrounding Scientology.
Yeah. And they have the most real estate in LA, so it's just like you can't fucking miss it. I mean, there's buildings, and in Austin, Texas too. And I think they've expanded. But again, the internet, I'm sure, is not their friend, because it provides people with access to the information that they can that's very readily available to them, of all the reasons why this is a cult. So if you join it, it's kind of on you, and you kind of want to be brainwashed. You're like asking for it. With Scientology, not with rape. But I hung out with him. We went to a show in Denton, Texas. Denton is a town. It's like a college town. University of North Texas is there. And it's about maybe 45 minutes to an hour outside of Dallas. So it's pretty small. It's a small town. And it's a pretty, like close, tight-knit community. But, you get people from Dallas going in there, and they had a show. I think it's called like Grandpa versus Prowler. That was their band name. It was like so
creepy name.
Yeah, I don't know. But we watched their band perform, because my friend was dating the guitarist or the bassist of the band. Okay. And the band consisted of Michael Pena, Danny Masterson, and I thought Jason Lee was in it, but I guess he wasn't. But he was there that night for some other reason, and they all know each other. They're all
what kind
friends.
of music we're talking?
Rock, alternative, whatever.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Is it their original songs?
I have no idea. I didn't even.
The only
get that
celebrity
far.
band I'll respect is like a cover band.
I didn't even. I got there late. I got there like when they were halfway done with their set, so I just caught the end of the performance, and I was just kind of there to chill and like hang out with my friend. Very
cool.
What? I know. It's like a far away from. It's like far from Dallas. I didn't get there till later, but it was. Then we went to a diner afterwards. This is what happened. We will watch the show. We all hung out afterwards. Great job. Oh, it was great. Blah blah. Yeah. It's fall in Texas.
The guitar.
And dude, they were like very familiar with Denton, especially Danny Masterson. Like Danny knew everything about Denton.
Yeah.
Like, he knew everything about it. I didn't know that much about
He's
it.
like, the police response time here is 10 minutes. If you go down there, it's 5.
Like, there's a celebrity center.
Yeah, the celebrity center here.
Yeah,
And we have a black site. We got a Scientology black site. We played musical chairs.
When I tell you, I didn't know at the time he was a Scientologist. I never would have guessed he was anything abnormal.
Beck's a Scientologist.
You know, there's a lot of people.
Will Smith. Nobody thinks about that.
Several people. We don't care. Let's all stop acting like we care. We only care when we watch Leah Remini get like a 10-part docuseries, or when we watch Going Clear on HBO, all of which I enjoyed, by the way. I'm not claiming to not participate in the fun and the charade that is condemning Scientology. 1000% I'm on board with that. If they come out with a new documentary, I'll roll my eyes, but I'll watch it anyway, and I'll enjoy every second of it, as will most people that consume media in this country on any level. So I would love nothing more than to condemn Scientology. But like, from a legal standpoint, when I look at a trial like this, I can't help but ask the question, where is the evidence? Show me the body.
Is there like zero? Do we know what they testified? Like,
I don't think so, dude. There's like a girl. Well, so there's.
It must have been pretty fucking.
He must have done it. Like, listen, maybe he did it.
Yeah, it must be like
maybe he
crazy.
did it. If he did it,
yeah,
good
it must have been nuts.
for them. For
yeah.
But here's the thing. I am a thorough and, as a woman, a very detail-oriented person, and I would like to know what the evidence is.
You're not going to know.
Well, does anyone know is my question.
Yeah, the people in the trial.
Is there a recording? Well, they were claimed that they were drugged and they felt woozy, and then they were raped when they felt woozy after a few. So they assume that their drinks got spiked. But it's like there's no... I know that no one's going to get blood work immediately. It's very difficult to prove this, but... There's no evidence at all, like, on that level. Like, there's no.
Well, how do you know there isn't?
I tried to find it.
You're not going to find it. It's a trial.
I watched so much. No, and by the way, this should have been fucking televised. And I think I blame his lawyers for actually asking that it doesn't be televised. And I don't know why he didn't testify. He's a professional actor. Get him on that fucking stand. Cross-examine him. Seriously. And maybe they're saying, like, oh, because he's an actor, we don't want it. But I think that was his lawyer's decision, and Sean Hawley, also prominent attorney, was his lawyer as well.
They're apparently stupid lawyers. Yeah, there must have been evidence if he got 30 years. Like, that's crazy. It's up to the jury.
But you're saying, like, there must have been, like, but is there? Like,
well, there must have been, because he got a bunch of juries. Well, when y'all recorded
Haywatch, did you come up with anything?
No, because it's not going to be on the internet, because it's a trial. It's a private trial.
It's not a closed... I mean, we can look at transcripts. We can look at what the arguments were.
Oh, really? Did you look at transcripts? What were the transcripts?
No.
Yeah, there we... God damn it, Ida. The thing is, like, yeah, exactly.
I'm just like, how do I exploit this? I hung out with the guy once, okay? What do you want from me?
Talk about what did he order for dinner?
Is my mic...
What did he order for dinner? Give us that.
We had, like, burgers, I think. I don't know.
Do you remember? What did he drink? A Diet Coke?
We went to a diner. Michael Pena really wanted tacos, but there were no tacos around. And then we all went to... What, John? What are you going to say about Mexicans? Get it out of your system.
Michael Pena wanted tacos. That's funny.
Oh, is it crazy for a Mexican to crave tacos?
Whatever.
I mean... How much of him is still Mexican? When he goes to church with fucking... he goes to church with fucking people.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know they were Scientologists.
Because they don't act insane. You know, they're not acting like nutsos around you.
I will text a prominent Latino right now and be like, "Isn't it crazy, Mexican?"
Isaac Galvan,
and he'll go, "Yeah, no,
no, don't come on."
Well, let me see. Who do I got on my thing?
But so. Anywho, we went to, it was a really cute, like, old-fashioned Denton diner. Like,
look, what's the name of the diner?
There's not that many diners, so
let's find the diner. We'll set up a scene. Find the damn diner.
It was a bunch of us. It was like everybody, and like, listen, I'm not like friends with the guy. Like, I don't even know.
Fooled me.
He'd probably remember me because we like drove him all the way back to his hotel and we had like a long conversation. But I don't think.
How did he say goodbye?
I didn't see him again. Huh?
How did he say goodbye to you?
Kiss on the cheek.
Ooh, yeah. You really,
no, but like Persian European style. Oh, shut up. No, it was not.
Shut up, Persian European style.
John.
Shut up. You're in Denton, Texas.
It could not have been less creepy. Or I kiss people on the cheek all the time. I'm Iranian. I'm Persian.
I've never seen you kiss someone on the cheek.
I'm not here. It's like when I'm with my family and I see them.
How dare you act this oblivious?
John, if I'm with family and I'm greeting them, it's mwah, mwah. That's how it is.
All right.
I'm Persian, and it was not weird at all to me. Not in the slightest.
Yeah.
It was What is weird about that? Explain
so
to me what is so.
As a white dude in
It was
America,
clearly the way that
odd.
he instinctively greeted many people.
Did you see him do it to anyone else that night? He was kissing everyone on the cheek. He was kissing dudes on the cheek.
John, you're so crazy.
You're defending
right
this,
now.
right? No, it's not that fucking crazy, Ida.
It is that crazy.
Ida,
it is that crazy.
Ida, it is not that crazy. I know how fucking dudes work. Okay, I know how fucking dudes work.
It's crazy of you to
Here's
think
the
that's
thing.
crazy.
No, it
It's
isn't
not
that
crazy.
fucking crazy, Ida. You got to listen to me.
You're so
I'm
looking.
incensed. I'm
you
incensed.
are looking
I'm
for
incensed.
something, and I
I'm
didn't even
incensed.
give you.
This guy-
I didn't even give a chance
guy-
to give you an accurate character assessment
Ridiculous.
before
I will
you
pull- I will pull
condemn
down
an
10
innocent kiss on the cheek.
I will pull 10 dudes down here. Ask them each separate.
I know you'll pull 10 dudes down here. In your fucking dreams, you'll pull 10 dudes down here.
Here we go. Very good. I will literally. You
want to talk about kissing?
I know how men work. Okay, this.
I know you know how
First
men
of all,
work.
if you're a man, okay, you don't ask women for help ever. That's just a big red flag. If you're asking a woman for help,
he did not ask for help.
Yeah, you gave him a ride
crazy.
home when he could have gotten a fucking taxi,
bro,
anything.
There's no taxi or Uber in Denton. It's a small ass town. You have to walk.
Why
literally.
did no one else give him? Why could no one?
We
else
were
give him a
all
ride?
hanging out. He just bought us all dinner, and I'm about to go home, and he's not far out of my way. And I was like, "Do you need a ride?" And they had also a bunch of band equipment he was lugging around, guitars and.
That's so funny.
Amps
These guys are
and
millionaires.
fucking-
These guys are millionaires acting like
John,
they're
they were
they're in Burger
so
Records.
they didn't like need if I didn't give him a ride, I'm sure somebody else would have. We were just there, and it was convenient for me and didn't matter.
Okay.
And he just bought us all a bunch of food. Mm-hmm. It was totally kosher and fun.
Very cool.
I'm not even saying it was cool. It was a normal night.
Okay, so where was he staying?
At some hotel.
Was it nice?
And on our way back, he was talking like all about the history of Denton and the festivals they have and how much time he spent in Denton and how much he loves it and he loves the people and he loves the small town vibe and he knew about the trains there and like all this weird history and he was like explaining it to me and I felt kind of like I'm like from here and I don't know. I'm not from Denton, but I'm from Dallas, which is very close to Denton.
How far is it from?
It's about 45, 50 minutes, no traffic. So if there's traffic, it could be a little, give or take. But extremely affordable living prices, very cute, like small town vibe. Like, oh, there's like 10 little diners. I mean, the diner was so adorable. Like that was the real takeaway from it. It was like a mama daughter's Stacks pancake. The diner. Damn, there's so many I don't even know. But it was like, it might have been this one, Mama Daughters. I went to a diner out here with Deb actually, and
What was it called?
it's pretty good. I don't remember.
I love that taco salad.
I mean, that looks like shit. Let's just be
Looks
honest.
great.
That's that might have been the
Crinkle cut
place.
fries, lovely.
This might have been it. I mean, John and I could literally do this all day. We could just sit here and like look at. We just could really just devolve into pictures of food, but it was a cute. It might have actually been Stack's Pancake House, or maybe this is where I went with Devin, but I don't know.
You and
I think I might have come here with Dev. Yeah, this is super, super familiar. Or this is where I went with the other crew. But it was like totally a like normal night, nothing crazy at all. Amanda hung out with him several other times because she was dating one of Danny Masterson's band members at the time, and had great experiences and nothing abnormal, nothing unusual, no weird vibes, like totally normal, could not be nicer, more down to earth to every. And again, I wasn't raped, so I don't know how he acts to the people that he's dating or that he's with. His wife supported him throughout this whole thing ordeal. So I don't know. Then again,
she better.
She's had a crazy family.
She's Scientologist.
You know what I'm saying? Like no judgment. I don't know. She actually posted a really funny picture of her dad and her mom together, and she's like, oh, marital bliss with like a bunch of laughing emojis, which I thought was kind of funny because they had like a very public, like, I don't know if her mom and him did, but whatever.
No.
John Phillips, crazy guy. So I don't know. I mean, listen, if he did it, I'm glad he's put away. Scumbag, awful human being, whatever.
If he didn't do it, we're sad.
If he didn't do it,
like
what an indictment on our justice system and the lack of because if this is an indictment of Scientology, then condemn and convict the Church of Scientology. But to have him be kind of the martyr for that, or for him to take the fall for kind of a broader problem within a religious organization.
Yeah.
which is that because with Jane Doe number 3, who's been I watched a whole thing about her. I think her name's like Chrissy Brixler or something, and she's been super public about all this. Every day on Instagram stories, she's like posting stuff about this, like because Ashton and Mila had that video where they like apologized for the letter defending Danny Masterson. Did you hear about that?
No, show me the video.
I'll show you that in a second. But so
get to this. What? I'm sorry. Sorry.
I will call Danny Masterson right now and have him rape you, John. Allegedly.
I want some videos. What are we doing?
We'll show you in a second.
What do you have to say? What else?
Well, I fucking hung out with the guy, John.
Okay,
should I not go into that?
Yeah, go in. I thought we did it. What?
We didn't. Now I've lost my train of thought, John.
Good.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if he did it. If he did it, awful. But we shouldn't convict people of things like this. I think just on testimony.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's. Everyone can agree on that. But listen, if he did it, then I'm very happy he's put away.
I always think of the O.J. Simpson, if I did it, here's how, or whatever.
I think he's actually housed in the same prison as O.J., or he's very he's very close to O.J. and Suge Knight.
Oh, Suge Knight's gonna fucking run train on Danny Masterson. Mila Kunis.
Mila Ashton. Oh, Ashton, I feel like seemed more genuine here than.
Oh, this is so fucking funny. Oh my god.
It was because I don't think they thought this was going to become public. They're like letter defending them because they defended Danny Masterson's character. They wrote like a character,
Ashton Kutcher looks great.
Kutcher?
Isn't Ashton Kutcher?
Oh, and then there's a lot of people saying that he like covered up his ex-girlfriend's murder or some shit.
Ashton Kutcher?
I don't think that's true. Yeah, but I don't know.
Today for Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis after their video explaining why they wrote letters of support for convicted rapist Danny Masterson. The actors were criticized for calling their former co-star a role model, among other things. And the consensus
Isn't it great how you could just do something bad than to make an apology video and then it's like neutralized?
Well, no, it's not neutralized because the internet dragged them.
Oh, really?
This. Yeah.
Backlash today for Ashton.
We are aware of the pain.
Fierce backlash today for Ashton Kutcher and wife Mila Kunis as they apologize for the character letter calling that 70s show star Danny Masterson an outstanding role model and exceptional older brother figure with a caring nature.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years. So that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity
She's Meghan Markling so hard right now.
Yeah.
And he seems pretty even keeled.
One of the women Masterson was sentenced last week of raping, known only as Jane Doe number 1, is slamming their apology. This video was incredibly insulting and hurtful. Chrissy Brixler, another Masterson accuser, blasted Kutcher. In my opinion, you're just as sick as your mentors.
Who cares what you think, bitch?
They deserve some slack.
Yeah, there's no way that they were denying what had happened to the victim.
No. Yeah, they're writing a character
looking for insight into Kutcher's relationship with Masterson.
They're like, listen, the guy we worked with and hung out with every day didn't seem like a rapist.
16-year-old actress Hilary Duff, with whom he starred in the 2003 movie Cheaper by the Dozen.
She's one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18. Along with the Olsen twins.
There was also this cringe-laden interview about Kutcher's first kiss with a then underage Mila Kunis on that 70s show.
And I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life. Then Danny goes and goes, dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her.
So Danny bets me like $20 that I wouldn't do it. And of course I'm like, yeah, sure, what's the deal?
They're kids. They're a bunch of kids on set.
Yeah. Well, they're like, well, he was 21, and I'm like,
bro, 21's like a dude. You're not out of your teens till you're like 25. It's all relaxed.
I don't care. Yeah. I don't care. They're fucking married, bro. I mean, we're gonna say. I mean, like, Woody Allen. I mean, how many times are we gonna? I don't give a shit. I don't care about any of these people. They don't matter. Like, none of these people matter.
Suck.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was like, fucking everyone's like. Everyone's like, why haven't you already talked about the Danny Masterson thing? I'm like, well, there's nothing to talk about. I had like a perfectly normal experience with a guy and never saw him again, never contacted him ever. It was like not a thing.
He writes you a letter from prison.
Yeah, he's like,
dear
thank
Ida,
you for being the only one to defend me.
Thank you for being the only one who gave me a ride home that night. I want to talk about the history of
podcast
Denton.
whose first real guest is going to be George Santos, convicted congressman.
Suge Knight's asking
He's
for
like really
feet
trying to
pics.
get on the podcast. George Santos messages me on Twitter all the time now.
Wait, really?
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
Are
I
you
know.
becoming
I'm
George
like talking to
Santos?
him. I have to like contact Congress and see how to get him on here. But I told him I want to go in
Contact
person.
Congress.
So if you want me to go interview him in person, fucking donate to the Patreon. And there's a bunch of free content on there.
I will literally fly to New York with Ida.
Okay.
You know how pissed Devin will be if I fly to New York
Why?
before me and Devin go to New York to interview
Why would
George
he care?
Santos.
He
Because me and Devin always talk
wouldn't
about
give
going
a
to New York
shit.
together.
He doesn't care.
Oh, dude, if we're interviewing George Santos, first of all, there's going to be a lot of UAP talk. Okay.
Oh, for sure. I
City
mean, there's going to be a lot of
congressman?
UAP talk tonight. Okay. There's a lot to uncover. And we'll just pretend like George Santos's like spirit is here.
He's so, dude, I'm just going to be like, listen, man.
We'll ask George Santos what he thinks about Danny Masterson. You know, the real issues.
He'd love
Kidding,
that.
we won't.
He would
No, I
love
know
that.
he would. No, I'm going to fucking, I'm going to interview him. I'm going to interview him and, be fair. And
We have to pod.
As a personality,
we
I
have
really
to
like
rent
him.
a podcast studio. in
We're
New
gonna
York.
pod,
We're gonna
yeah.
pod. We got to pod with the Santos.
we could do the Gas Digital Studios for like a couple hundo, I think. Or we could try to get something cool.
Isn't that Gas? Those the Skankfest people?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing their fucking studios.
John, I mean, come on now.
We'll go to a better, more a studio that has less vomit and cum on the ground, and we'll go
A studio that's not filled with Zach Amico's presence.
Yeah, a studio that isn't covered in
disrespect.
dandruff and
Yeah.
the whatever's leaking
Cum
out of
stains
their
and
whatever's leaking out of their fucking
ice cream
shit
cones
bags.
that Tim dropped on his way out of there.
Oh, yeah. We're not gonna
or
gas
that Ari
Digital.
Shafir,
Yeah, no.
various bodily fluids that came out of Ari Shafir's asshole.
Yeah, there's just a
while he
bunch
was,
of there's a bunch of diabetic bracelets that have broken off the people.
And I
are-
say all of this with the utmost respect for everybody that works for Gas Digital.
Yeah, we love them.
And all of its affiliates.
We love them.
Yeah.
We're
not gonna hear this. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't have anything against them. I think Ian actually connected me with some. Oh fuck! I forgot to actually message her back with somebody that works there because I thought about renting a studio there.
Well, we'll
think
do
of a place
Santos.
to interview Santos. We'll find a bunker for him where the press isn't hounding us. Listen, I mean, every day there's new articles about him from the New York Times. I think maybe he's trying to just get this done quickly because I think he might I don't think he's going to go to jail or anything, but I should look into it. But he's wanting to do it after Congress gets back from recess, which is actually today. Oh my God, happy 9/11.
Oh yeah.
Happy 9/11, one of the few holidays that I celebrate because I'm in remembrance of all those who died and how much we were lied to about it for the subsequent years to come and still to this day. Danny Masterson, it's listen, 30 years to life is crazy. That's so long.
Yeah, that's a long
It's
ass
so
time.
long.
Take this off the
It's
screen.
so long, dude. It's so crazy how long of an amount of time that is to, I mean, wow.
Do I press?
Wow.
Do I press this?
Yeah.
30 years is a shit ton of time. He's gonna be ancient when he gets out, and
If he gets out.
before he's
if he
eligible
doesn't
for any
croak.
form of parole. It's 30 years.
He's being watched like a hawk so he doesn't harm himself. But I think, actually I was watching some sort of compelling thing on law&crime, I believe, or maybe Court TV.
No.
But I was watching something where an legal analyst said well, if he does get convicted, then he has a really good appellate case because the reason that he did get convicted is because the prosecution was able to come in and say that they wanted to introduce new evidence that was not admissible prior to them requesting it, and it was basically to bring in Scientology and how they conduct accusations, things like that, and whether or not you could go to the police or whether you're encouraged to do so or discouraged to do so. My thing is though, Jane Doe number 3, the one that's the most
Well, how many
public
Jane
about
Does were
this,
there?
3.
10 years each woman.
Yeah, well, so but the third one was his girlfriend of 6 years. Okay. So she was raped a year into their relationship. Okay. Stayed for another 5 years with him.
Yeah, odd.
Can we say that today? Can we say that that's odd? Are we allowed to do that?
Why not?
Is it?
I'm saying it. You're not.
Is it gauche to, you know?
I love that term. Is it gauche?
Is it gauche?
Is
Is it a little tactless?
Is it croissant?
Okay.
To,
Is it
croissant to stay with your boyfriend who raped you for 5 more years? Oui, oui.
In Paris, we don't call it rape. We call it flirting.
Is it omelette food du fromage to stay with your boyfriend?
Fromage.
What is this? What is it?
Du fromage.
Du fromage.
I don't know. You know, it's you know, oui. Bless you.
God, I'm just like all sniffly today. I fell asleep with the fan on again.
Oh no, John.
I'm not sick. It makes my throat sore because I snore.
Oh well, I know everyone was wondering where that sneeze came from. The origin of the sneeze.
Sorry. This is a great high energy pod.
Yeah. So I don't know. I listen. My heart goes out to all those involved in the case of Scientology. I hesitate to listen. I think it would be very difficult for me as somebody that had like a very pleasant interaction with someone over the course of several hours. It would be really weird of me to just come out and be like, yeah, fuck him. He's a big rapist. Like if I hung out with anybody for any amount of time and they made a good impression on me and, you know, the suits were coming after them, my instinct would be to defend the person that I had an experience with, no matter how horrendous. Yeah, no matter how awful the accusations are. Obviously, I would look into it. You know, I'm a
She'll
woman.
do a baseline level of looking into it.
Not a baseline. I mean, it was.
You didn't even read
the
transcripts, you son of a bitch.
Who gives a shit? Dude, I hung out with the guy one time.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Listen, I just, you know, I know that the experience I had with him was very, very pleasant, and I judge people based off of, you know, if I have an interaction with them, I'm going to go based off of that first before I'm just going to assume that there's a lot of these people be lying. You know,
yeah, but 3 women.
Like you get a lot of money out of it too. Nobody wants to talk about that part of it. Nobody wants to talk about the fact
that
they're getting
paid?
like $400K
Each?
I think, or some shit. I don't know. There's money. Brother. There's money. Everyone's after money. Okay, it's money that runs the world. And some other people. But
if you find out what penitentiary he's going to, we can write letters to him.
Fucking please, no.
We should.
I don't give a shit.
We as a podcast should find our favorite dudes in prison and write letters.
Yeah, I'm gonna be writing to fucking Suge Knight.
Yeah, be like Suge.
Or like,
be like, dude. You want to hear the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life?
What?
My sister, God bless her soul. She's a lovely woman.
Is she dead?
No.
Why would you say that?
I said, God bless her soul. Because I'm about to say something slightly mean about
Catholic Italian women say that about those who've passed.
One time she came up and she was like, have you heard of this Suge Knight fellow? I was like, Mary, no.
That's fine.
No, Mary.
I mean, not ideal, but it's okay.
Yeah, it was whatever.
Listen, she's
lovely lady. Red.
I don't think she'd want you to call her a lady. Like, what is she? 95 years old?
You're a lady.
I'm a woman.
Whatever, dude. You guys get so... I'm sexist today.
Oh.
Tired of your kind.
Oh, okay. Oh,
how do you...
Can you do that?
Oh, I'm doing it.
Very good.
Is that the Ice Spice?
Oh, Ice Spice?
Or the...
No, I think she has a lisp, right? Or what's her deal? Ginger?
I don't know, dude. She's
Danny Masterson ginger? I think he technically is a redhead.
Ice Spice is only cool looking when she had the ginger fro. Now she's like straight haired and isn't near. She just looks like every other chick.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. Nobody wants to talk about this, but like, you know, his kids are going to be raised without a father. That's unfortunate.
Well, they have Big Daddy Mascavage, so.
Who? Oh, come on.
Miscavige? Tom Cruise will step in.
It's difficult because Scientology sucks ass. Like everyone knows that has a brain.
I have a close friend who was haunted by Scientologists, and they go through his trash.
Yeah, I don't want them as. Wait, should we be talking bad about them?
I don't give a fuck.
I don't want to be spied on.
Fucking come after me,
no,
okay?
Do not.
Not Ida.
I'm cutting that out.
Not Ida.
Cutting that out of
Why?
fear because I don't want
You're scared of them. You're scared of men.
I'm scared of anyone with money, John.
You're scared of people with money. How dare you?
I'm scared with anybody that has money.
How dare you?
How dare I?
Come after me. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you to go through my garbage.
We love and support anybody who has the inclination to come after any of us.
Yeah, if you dude, I'll fucking
and
go
we
ham.
cower in fear. We don't care.
Speak for yourself, woman.
I hesitate to indict any person that I spent time with and seemed like a nice person to me.
Yeah, well, that's just,
Listen, you buy me a meal, I'll defend you on my podcast, okay? Okay.
Yeah, you wrote a character
Okay.
study of him or whatever.
And maybe, and if he did it, then fuck him, and I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah.
But that's like OJ's book. If I did it,
Here's
Danny
how.
Masterson, he's gonna realize he's like, I'm never getting out of here. I guess I'll just write the book. If I did it, I would have drugged her with a Four Locos from 2008 that I kept in my basement for a rainy day.
Yeah.
Where I just really felt like raping my girlfriend of a year.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
They're also, all the girls that accused him are also all in Scientology, and they've all left Scientology. So there's a big Leah Remini theme here of like, and here's the thing, like, what's so funny about Leah Remini, and I don't have anything against her. I don't really care. Her whole thing now is Scientology, and I'm like, well, I guess your acting career didn't really take off.
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect, but it's like, what's so funny is like, she's like, I left the Church of Scientology. I no longer want to be defined by the cult that I was in. And I'm like, well, now the only thing you're defined by is by the cult you were in, because it's all you talk about.
Wasn't she a singer or something?
What happened to like your acting career? I mean, we're all supposed to give a shit because you were on like what is it? Kings and Queens? The King and the Queen?
The King of Queens.
I don't even remember. That's my point. And I don't have anything against her. I have a lot against Scientology because I think they take up too much space in this goddamn town. I would like to have lunch at the Celebrity Center, but I can't now. I'll be spied on. And
oh, really? We can't?
Harangued by
Do they have a cafeteria?
guy in glasses. Huh?
They have a cafeteria?
It's not a cafeteria, John. It's a nice
I picture like
place.
a caf. Wait, they have an actual restaurant?
Bro, yeah. Do you want to look at the food?
Yeah, let's look at the food. Come on, what are we doing here? What is this? Let's go. Fucking do it. Ida and I are now going to be talking about our favorite places in Los Angeles. Up next, the Bonaventure.
The Bonaventure.
You want to catch Johnny Knopf?
In downtown LA, DTLA.
If you want to catch Johnny Knopf,
Westin Bonaventure.
You want to catch Johnny Knopf walking around? Find me in the wild at the Bonaventure.
Check it. It has Dead Mall vibes. It
Dead
has
Mall vibes.
Turn of the Century vibes.
Mid-century, turn of the century, all the centuries.
Yes.
It's got me walking around there going, look how big.
Lines. Look how big. Look at the sunken living room floating in the middle of the sky.
Bonaventure.
It's beautiful. So what was I looking up? Food at the Celebrity Center. Yeah, so the Celebrity Center is like a prominent cafe for celebrities. I you know what I love about it is like they're so overt. They're like, it's the Celebrity Center. We're not going to call it something else. We're going to call it, because L. Ron Hubbard had a big emphasis on celebrities being involved in the evolution of Scientology, because that's who controls culture, and so thus we're gonna gain a lot of our following through wealthy and naturally emotional creatures like actors who will fall for this shit. Church of Scientology celebrity centers are that are open to the general public but are intended for artists, politicians, leaders of industry, and sports figures. Interesting. It's so funny. It's like, you can come, but like, what's your IMDb? Like, can you come?
Oh, really?
Well, that's what it says. It says they're open to the general public, but are intended for artists, politicians, leaders of industry, and sports figures.
They're intended? Well, fuck
it's
that
like,
shit.
but you're going to just let anybody in there?
Violent incident.
Oh, fuck. What?
Oh, my God. On November 23rd, 2008, Mario Majorski arrived to the Los Angeles Celebrity Center wielding dual samurai swords and threatening to injure people. That's me.
No.
Majorski was shot by the Celebrity Center security guards and was later pronounced dead at Los Angeles County USC Medical Center. Oh, fuck yeah. Police regard the guards' actions as justifiable.
At least they armed people for their church for mass shooting.
Well, showing up with dual samurai swords is very Miyamoto Musashi of him. And
I knew you were going to... Who did you say? Mishima?
Not Mishima, Miyamoto Musashi, who was the most famous samurai, but he was known for using dual swords.
Did he drink matcha?
No, he used dual swords.
Well, if he was a samurai, he probably drank
drank
matcha,
ceremonial grade matcha.
Yeah, real ceremonial
grade.
Shade grown so that the chlorophyll comes out of it.
Is that the... That's the building.
Oh, so okay, Chateau-esque.
So
love.
Why is there no fucking restaurant? What's the restaurant?
Damn, this is actually kind of funny. Though the Church of Scientology denies the existence of a policy to recruit high-ranking celebrities, the New York Times reported internal church documents show that their primary purpose is to recruit celebrities and use the celebrities' prestige to help expand Scientology, as I stated. And the Los Angeles Times wrote, the Church of Scientology uses celebrity spokesmen to endorse L. Ron Hubbard's teaching and give Scientology greater acceptability in mainstream America. Mike Argue, that's his name, Mike Argue, of the band Chester, said, we made a lot of money for the church, referring to the original Celebrity Center in Los Angeles, which attracted a, quote, boatload of notables in the 1970s. Yeah, so Let's look.
I'm not
at the
gonna
Yelp.
lie. If it was the 70s and I was cool and I could show up at a place with a fucking like,
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Beatles went to India, so they all think they're doing a version of that without leaving the country.
Picture
I mean, they're
me-
idiots. Actors aren't like smart people.
I'm
on
making
average.
I'm a reoccurring character on fucking Columbo. And I
Hell
have
yeah, my mom loves Columbo.
I love
Columbo.
Columbo's great.
I love Columbo.
Each episode is like an hour and a half
They
long.
have like a whole Columbo channel on Tubi or Pluto.
Yeah, of course they do. It's fantastic. So I'm a recurring character on Columbo. I show up. I have eccentric. I mean, I literally could look like this in the 70s. Well, I'm look right now. Picture me in like a flared bottom suit.
As opposed to what they would.
It's like a robin's egg suit.
Yeah, you do.
I have flared bottoms and I have this beard.
I could see you with the ruffly.
Exactly.
John
the
would
ascot.
wear the blue ruffly. What is that? Is that the ascot? Yeah, you'd wear that at your wedding.
I'm sitting at a booth at the Scientology Celebrity Center and I'm just holding a Dyson sphere.
Dyson sphere.
I think that's what
I
it's
mean,
called.
folks, look at this building right here.
It's beautiful.
When I tell you nothing like this exists in LA, nothing like this exists in LA outside of this. You're not going to find a chateau on Melrose, okay? You're gonna find it though with Scientology. They have the fucking funds and they're tax exempt. David Miscavige and I, probably with the help of Tom Cruise, I imagine, got the funding or got the right. I don't know who. I don't know if they paid off a judge. I don't know what they did, but they got that tax exemption, which thus gives them legitimacy as a religion, which affects,
they have enough
affects any
followers.
kind of like legal battle that happens at like with something like this. Like with
They obviously have people in the federal government in their pocket, but they have enough money to pay them.
Probably not for sure. I assume. I assume. Listen, I mean, they'll literally sue us, John, and we're nobody. But I respect Scientology for how industrious their brethren are. Like they are very effective at what they do. They have been so effective against the haters. Okay,
if they try
which
to
is
sue
most
me.
people. So if you're gonna sue me, I'll just take back.
Listen, I'm gonna be at the Bonaventure.
I'm nobody.
I'm gonna be at the Bonaventure.
Actually,
I'm gonna get a letter.
I have
in the mail.
nothing. Sue me, huh?
I'm gonna be. Imagine me at the Bonaventure,
I'll
like
be
my
chilling
fortress
at the
of
Bonaventure
solitude.
too. Let's just like give him an idea what the Bonaventure is.
Show
and
the
then,
Bonaventure.
and then we'll look at Renaissance, which is the Celebrity Center restaurant at the Church of Scientology.
Oh, really? Let's go to the Renaissance.
So I go to that little diner in WeHo sometimes, and you can just see a massive Church of Scientology.
Horrible. God damn you.
I'm busy being a broadcaster.
Busy being a real broadcaster. Let me handle the sticks.
Yeah.
Okay, the Bonaventure Hotel.
So it's so cool. And actually, for the longest time, that was my phone background. That was my phone background for probably 3 years.
I've sat in there. I've sat in that.
That exact
same,
one. This is a famous photo. Actually, Phil Donahue, I think, who I follow, famous like mid-century photographer, like of the new age on Instagram. He's so look at that. Look how beautiful. Actually, no, I had the one with the man sitting in it. You've sat there. What's it like? Is it really cool?
It's amazing. So it's basically the inside of the Bonaventure.
Look at the outside of it too. It's so cool. It looks like a fucking. It looks like a building in Dubai today. It looks kind of like the.
So that's an indoor. That's an indoor running track. You could just do that for free. You could show up there and just jog around that track.
For real?
Yeah, all day. It's an indoor running track. It was built before treadmills were really a thing.
I could just go run there today.
Yeah, you can go there for free. Just run there.
Why are you telling me this now?
I
probably won't ever go, but I like knowing that. Look at this picture. That's so nice.
Well, it's hard to park there. You got to park in their parking structure, and it's like $15.
No thanks.
And
for that $15, and for that reason, I'm out. Okay. I mean, the tables could use a bit of work. It's a bit 80s. It's a bit Las Vegas.
The 80s is the best part about it.
No, I know, but like this part of it. I mean, that's fine. Actually, it looks like it could be in like a Scorsese movie or something.
It's been in many movies. It was in Heat. It was in a lot of films.
I feel like everything was in Heat. The Cafe 101 was in literally every movie, and then they destroyed it. But I think it's reopened, but just under new management or ownership. Luckily, they didn't close that forever. They did close my favorite donut shop in Los Angeles.
But the let's look at the what's it called, the
Miss Donut R.I.P.
What's the restaurant?
Run it. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. I have the Yelp pulled up.
Oh, lovely.
Wait,
there's wedding photos.
It's called Renaissance. It's a
menu.
Renaissance.
Menu. Let's see. How do we go to the menu?
Wingy. I just had that phrase stuck in my head from Tommy Boy. I just click.
5:30 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Pretty crazy.
Interesting.
Maybe I told you Scientologists are industrious. They're up like at dawn.
How do we go to the menu?
Let's look at the photos of the food. Who gives a shit about the menu?
Okay, see all 39 photos. Let's see.
Let's be real here.
A lot of these are wedding photos and catering photos, so I don't really trust this.
Yeah.
That looks like some tiramisu. This is shrimp and grits for sure.
That's not shrimp and grits. That's pasta, John. It's like a shrimp
Really?
Alfredo. Or
I can't even see it. That
kind of looks
tailed shrimp in a pasta. Odd.
You just kind of spit it out. The tail. You don't have to eat
odd.
it.
I don't like that. Let's see.
Sometimes it looks better for the presentation to have the tail on there, I think.
Oh, look at this. Was that breakfast?
And it is the Celebrity Center after
breakfast at the Renaissance. Mid. Calling it now.
They'll literally send you a cease and desist for calling their food mid. They're so litigious and they're so
Tom
on
Cruise
top
is like,
of their shit. I respect it.
You have to stop calling our food mid.
They're like, TMZ is like a step below them in terms of like litigiousness and just like being ready to arbitrate at any given moment.
It's okay looking.
You know, the pastries look good.
Pastry.
Tuxedo
they get those out of
pastry,
house.
very good,
They get those
John.
out of house.
Well, so this is not the restaurant. This is like some place called Renaissance, and it's unclaimed on Yelp, which like...
What? Why are we not at the Renaissance?
I don't know what's going on. Maybe this isn't the Celebrity Center.
I think we have to go there. I think we have to
John,
go there ourselves.
Please find it. I mean, you can do this quickly. I just, John's ability to search and type and filter and get YouTube videos on the screen is tantamount to like wizardry. It's like Howard Stern doing the switchboard. Is that it?
I ate brunch at the Scientology restaurant and lived to tell the tale. LAS. Let's fucking go.
Oh,
all right, let's see.
I saw this. I hate these people. Because it's like some columnist writing about like her experience at a restaurant. It's like, who gives a shit? You think you're Jonathan Gold? You're not.
It's called Elrond's.
That rocks. If that's the case.
God.
I like how overt they are. They're like, it's the Celebrity Center restaurant and it's called Elrond's.
What
if they called it like Hubby's Diner? Hubbub? Elron Hubbard?
Hubby's Diner. I can never spell that restaurant. Okay.
They must have like expanded the Xenu narrative because it's like now we all know about Xenu. So like they probably had to create some other secret to keep people intrigued. That though the public doesn't know about the real God, we just say it's Xenu.
Okay, at least twice a day for the past 8 years, I've driven past the Manor Hotel, which houses the Church of Scientology Celebrity Center International.
Right, it's called
Renaissance. It was not until last month I noticed a plastic sign affixed to its outer wall. Renaissance restaurant, open to the public. I'm perversely interested in checking out the place, but the friends I mentioned this to are less than enthralled. Bring brass knuckles and mace. Shut the fuck up, pussy. All right, let's see. At the end of the hall is Renaissance. Okay, so the restaurant is called the Renaissance.
But so you already have a contentious relationship with the author of this article, so...
Okay, let's see.
What are we doing here that's productive?
Pesto and I was wrong. Lobster salad comes with fennel and greens and black truffle oil, risotto and wild mushrooms, and 2 cheeses. There's a 20-ounce grilled
sounds
buffalo.
Sounds like an average LA high-end meal.
Well, I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Oil.
You're Persian. You're practically French.
We're going to smother it in truffle oil and charge you $98 for the plate. Welcome to Los Angeles. Oh, it's truffle pasta. Your new money? Are you nouveau riche? Come to our new LA eatery. It's 5 stars. Michelin. Well, we have a Michelin star here. You're going to get a Wagyu steak, and surprise, there's truffle on it. It's like, can we do an Oscar-style steak every once in a while? Can somebody just have a little bit of, like...
With coffee.
Innovation here.
With coffees, the bill's less than $50, and it's supposed to be a good restaurant.
Oh, shit. We should go.
Yeah, please. You will come back for Sunday brunch.
Make reservations on? Is there
handing
resi?
us each a $5 off chit.
Oh my God,
and
are
if
they
you lose
cheap?
The coupons,
maybe
you can tell
Scientology's
them
fallen
I've
off.
given them to you.
They're bringing.
Please open.
Sad.
Well, it's like here's the deal. Here's the motherfucking deal. Here's the motherfucking deal.
All right.
The restaurant is...
Lay it down.
Listen, it's a fucking...
It's mid.
Okay. It's not mid. It looks good. But, it's a very convenient money-washing kind of... You got a restaurant there.
It's fine. That shrimp was fine.
No.
It didn't even look fucking seasoned. Maybe it is.
What is a buffalo? How do you even...
why do you have buffalo on your fucking... this is the problem with Los
I know,
Angeles.
buffalo's a bit odd. What's a buffalo and crew? I need to look this up.
It's like...
What is that?
You'd never find this at the Sunset Tower.
Buffalo. Oh, it's a buffalo steak. It's a big buffalo steak. What kind of beef? Premium cut of beef used for steaks. So that's what they're looking at.
That's from the Celebrity Center?
No. This is what they're the type of thing they're serving.
Come on, that's not fair. You got to show the picture
that's what I was
from
saying.
the place.
Buffalo. They don't have a picture of the place, but
What is this article? I was
It's
here
an article
praising
saying
your
it's a good
searching skills, and
I found the best article. A guy who was giving an unbiased.
It's completely biased. He's practically writing an opinion piece about Renaissance at the Celebrity Center. Is it Roy's?
No, it's not Roy's. Roy's is a Hawaiian fusion place.
How dare I?
Jesus Christ!
Just go wash my mouth. That was so.
I know. Look at you go.
Well, find the restaurant. What is it?
It's called Renaissance.
Why are there no pictures of the food if it's open to the public? I couldn't find it either. It's not your fault. But I just figured you'd be better at this than me.
I can't spell Renaissance to save my life.
Google should
Renaissance restaurant. Let's see. Is it on Franklin?
Watch L. Ron Hubbard get appointed.
It is. That's the restaurant we were looking at on Yelp. That's the 5930 Franklin Ave.
Well, are there Google photos of it that are better than Yelp's?
They haven't posted on Facebook
Yelp's
since 2015. Let's see. Photos.
That's when, coincidentally, when his wife went missing, I think.
These are all...
Miss Cabbage is
Damn,
allegedly.
Who's handling their social media
I'd be so
account?
flattered if someone tried to sue me, and then I'd be horrified.
From what it looks like, they're in 2015. They're really pushing this as a wedding venue.
I don't think you can take photos. I think is what's the deal. Here's the deal. They're extremely think of the most psychotic Gone Girl-esque type of ex-girlfriend you could imagine, stalking you, taking pictures, hiring a PI, coming after you, chasing you, tailing you, what have you. They do that on a level that you wouldn't believe. So the idea that they're going to allow you to take photos of the food, it's just it's a stretch. Now that I think of it, of course there's no photos of the food. That must be
Online.
a fake shrimp
menu.
scampi or something. You got it? You're on eBay? Oh, is this the early menu from the early days? I love that shit.
Pics. Let's see.
Apparently, Danny Masterson's mom is high up in Scientology. But here's the thing: if it was really so unpopular Scientology, then would Tom Cruise's career still thrive?
I'm not sure.
Would Will Smith and Jada Pinkett would we be talking about the slap, or would we be talking about the religion that they're affiliated with? It's no one really cares. So Leah Remini can talk all day long about this, but at the end of the day, it's you've really affected. Maybe you have made some changes. I mean, maybe that's why Danny Masterson's going to print some.
The view menus. There's a Jason Bourne's fucking passport.
So what are they trying to appeal to Midwestern people visiting Hollywood?
They're just this is not the menu. It's very odd what they're trying to advertise us. I think it's a kind of a grift to get you to go to
It's amazing that in the age of the internet they could actually be so successful in making it hard for us to look at the pictures of the food.
It is crazy. It is very
How could
odd.
it be this difficult to look at the pictures of the food?
A lot of it is just...
I'm telling you, they're very effective.
We're going to get every place named Renaissance on planet Earth.
That's what I'm saying. Why are they so deceptive? This one should be the most popular one because it's the Renaissance. It's what?
You and I are going to go to the Renaissance restaurant.
Are we?
Yes. What do you got in your mind? We're going to go in there. I'm going to walk in. First of all, I'm going to walk in. It's going to be like that scene in The Matrix when we hit the fucking metal detectors.
Right.
And just coats opening, samurai swords falling out. I'm just kidding. We're going to walk in there. We're going to have a good $50 out the door with coffee. Not bad. And dessert. Come on.
How much for parking?
Oh,
15.
If we're eating at the restaurant, they'll have parking.
How much?
I don't know, but I'm
$85 valet.
My car is.
I mean, listen. You have to understand. These are also very, very.
I'll pay valet. It can't be more than 15. I'll pay valet.
No, John, you don't understand. Do not underestimate Scientologists. When you think of
they'll charge.
Think of a capitalist that knows what they're doing. They work for the Scientology Celebrity Center.
If
they know how to get
$20,
a dime out of you, they're gonna give you your entree for $8, and then at the end there's gonna be automatic dessert added, and it's gonna be chocolate mousse and Dianetics.
Yeah,
and you're gonna be charged $8,000 for it. And that's probably why there's no photos of this. There's probably people are probably getting charged out the ass for a rack of lamb or something.
Do you know why there's no photos of the fucking food? There's no photos allowed at the fucking Celebrity Center. That's why. So what we're gonna do
have people to spy on you. So they'll come out there with their pamphlets and try to draw you in. But the second you fucking try to take a picture of something for your Instagram, they're all over your ass.
We pay cash.
Right, of course.
I'll call them up. I'll say, hey, we're both social media influencers. We heard you have a good restaurant. We saw an LA Weekly article about how good it was. $50 in another door.
Yeah, if we never give them our identity, though, they could never track us down, right?
We don't get drinks.
They'll probably have. They probably have some Israeli ass technology where they fucking scan your eyes. Yeah, they'll fucking immediately know.
I'll wear like Gene Simmons Kiss makeup when I walk in. They're like a star on my eye, and they won't be able to get me. But we'll be fine. We'll go in there. We'll have lunch.
Yeah,
we'll take Lucas. We'll take Lucas.
We'll take Luke. Oh my God, yeah, we have to get lunch with Lucas. Ladies Who Lunch by Eileen Stritch.
Yeah.
We're the ladies who lunch.
It's fun.
Me, you, Lucas, and L. Ron Hubby.
I'll go in there. I'll go, I want your finest Bordeaux.
Yeah.
And then we'll,
and they'll have one of their little slaves come and give you, allegedly, a nice glass.
We can pod about it. It'll be good content.
Nice glass of vino.
It'll be good content. We should honestly go to the weirdest restaurants in LA and then pod about them.
100%. And
haunted locations in LA for time for Halloween spooky.
Give me because we're gonna get into alien stuff on the Patreon. So we really encourage you, by the way, if you care about our paranormal shit, if you like that beat, okay, because we like that beat.
Mm-hmm. New David Grosh interview.
We're gonna get into it on the Patreon. So if you have any interest in, our lovely men in green, not abroad, but in other parts of the universe, and there are developments, right, in that regard.
There's some interesting developments.
Yeah. Anyways, we have a lot of thoughts on it. So join us over there. We love you very much. It's patreon.com/theIdaHour.
Mm-hmm. John Badman.
Thank you for being here. I'm sorry if I didn't support, the right narrative here. I had an experience with a person, and I go based off of my experiences with people.
Let her do her thing.
Yeah, let me get off my case.
Get off her ass.
Or be on my case.
Enough of that junk.
All publicity is good publicity. If you hated it, comment. If you liked it, comment. Like, if you disagree with me and you think I'm a witch, let me know in the comments. Like, I don't give a shit. Just leave comments, okay?
Yeah.
And to anybody I've offended, namely, hopefully not anybody in Scientology, please don't come after me. I'm sorry. But also, I don't care, and I'll tell you the truth. So he seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, we're going to get into the Patreon. We love you very much. Thank you for being here. Anything else, Sean?
No.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
And good luck. Smash. No, he's in prison forever now. Because he killed a guy.
Tell me what we need.
Tell me what we need.